Increases in productivity, yes, in double-digit terms, but not at any price, particularly if this damages the health and working capability of employees, because that can become an expensive business in the long term. The interest of more than 190 participants at the 2010 Users Conference in Heilbronn therefore focused on the best practices at companies and methods that help to minimize ergonomic strain and have an effect on process efficiency and costs. For Michele Melchiorre, who is responsible for production planning for cars and light commercial vehicles at the Fiat Group in Turin, the link between economics and ergonomics is essential, and the close level of cooperation with the Italian MTM Association is logical. The starting point for the pilot project at the Mia Fiori factory was the increasing number of employees who could not be deployed at every workstation. A huge problem at our factories, particularly where we have employees that have worked for the company for 20 years on average, is that they are now suffering from physical decline. The time module, which had existed since the 1970s, was replaced by the Ergonomic Work Design Program with MTM UAS in 2006, with the introduction of the new Fiat World-Class Manufacturing Production System. Melchiorre emphasizes that this was a groundbreaking step. All those involved, management, employees, and above all the strong Italian unions, can live with the results of the pilot project. The standard times are met, the number of cars made per shift is correct, it has been possible to reduce the average recovery times and the additional payment supplements, and increase the recovery times at the workstations involving hard work. Ergo UAS, as the MTM process building block is known at Fiat, is now the standard system. We will now extend this to the other factories in Italy. And as this represents a building block in our world-class manufacturing production system, which applies to the whole group, i.e. not just for the car factories, this will in the end be significant for all 150 factories around the globe. But can a company afford to assess all its workstations ergonomically? Christian Neudorfer, industrial engineer at Knorr-Bremse, provided a clear answer to this question. If you consider ergonomic risks in the concept phase of production planning in a prospective manner, this saves much higher costs for correcting things later. Profitable manufacturing in a high-wage country is the motto at Karl Dung's in Urbach. Gerhard Schauland, Central Production and Quality Management Manager, said that ergonomics was not being neglected. He said it was an important component when it comes to systematically increasing rationalization potential and designing work processes from the outset. The MTM principle, first time right, is also used at VW. Frank Linz, Industrial Engineering Manager, presented the EHPV index introduced at the company in order to discover the manufacturing time determined by the design. This index provides keys to the assembly time required later, even during the product development phase, and is the control factor for the complete time model at VW. We exclusively measure the EHPV index using MTM UAS, because this is a process that is widely used in operating practices and series production. It's very important for us to know that what we've discovered at the beginning will be reflected in practice at a later stage. Quality and cost management at clinics is a relatively young field of application for industrial engineering methods. The challenge here too is to work profitably and at the same time guarantee the best possible care for patients. Dr. Stefan Bayer, Managing Director of Vital Kliniken GmbH, sketched out the methodical approach and the use of MTM Office to optimize processes in administration using the example of a discharge report. On the one hand, we hope that we can fully meet the requirements of the cost bearers as regards writing the discharge report, i.e., we can give the patient the discharge report, if possible, on the day he or she is discharged. This marks huge progress, and we hope that this will provide relief for those writing the reports too. We hope to also achieve unified quality standards as regards the contents of the reports. Good work design can reconcile ergonomics and economics. If any more proof was needed, then Lars Fritsche from IMK Automotive provided it with his empirical study. The results of analysing the data on more than 600 employees in final vehicle assembly work at Daimler showed that ergonomic work design has a positive effect on employees' performance. Increases in productivity, yes, but at an acceptable price.